The Monk's Mechanical Hand Wipes Hitchcock Pool Water, number 99. Double feature of victory in 2014, Rowan Pennick, Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania.
Last week's winner will be in car number 88 in the Wheelers Auto Mr. Reuter sponsored machine. Kid Rock, Keith Rocco.
Jean-Guy Poulin Drywell, Sullivan and Sons. Number 2, the Deuce is Wild from Berlin, Connecticut, Ryan Priest.
This driver is running tonight like he used to perform back in his glory days. Car number 39 in the Jones Brothers Racing. Arbitel Convenience Store sponsor number 39, Chris Jones.
Earth Technologies brings us to 91. Another former champion from North Haven, Connecticut, Frank Rocco.
This driver competed in Bristol on Wednesday night. Here tonight in car number 17 in the techproducts.com sponsored car, Glenn Reed.
Davidson Racing brings us the talented driver behind the wheel of car number 3 from Meriden, Connecticut, Matt Galco.
Car number 81, a driver from Summers in the Cooker Construction Barnes Pool sponsored machine. Here's the tenacious one, Todd Owen.
Canton Auto Supply brings us the all-time veteran, car number 96 from Canton, Connecticut, Kurt Brainer.
Car number 44 belongs to the Sazman. Johnson Chassis brings us Dave Salzarulo.
20th starting position. Car number 56 from Plantsville, Connecticut, Morgillo.
This driver has a feature win this season at the Waterford Speed Bowl. Third generation driver in car number 95, Joey Gaeta.
Then it's the number 00, the color purple, from Prospect, Connecticut, Tommy Membrino Jr.
This driver already has a victory in his rookie season in car number 59 in the Advice 1 Napa of Talent car, Ronnie Williams.
Tonight's title sponsor, Call Before You Dig, and toll-free 811 number, Dabco Sales and Surface, New England Racing Fuels, and Spafco. We go down for the final thoughts, but we're going green.
We raise the curtain, and on the outside, Michael Jervis trying to make an early statement, and he is going to make one, taking over the Tommy Bowles.
The Bulldog Burnt goes to the outside. Christopher gets pinched. Bottom shot move. The Bulldog literally digs in. Eric Burnt's going to lead lap number 1. Here comes Jervis, Matt.
Jervis trying to take the lead back, unsuccessful. Already a battle shaping up for 3rd and 4th between Sean Foster and Chase Dowling. Making a move a little early by his standards, Ted Christopher. He is trying to get by Bowles and move into the top 5.
Sean Foster up to the top 3. Battle of 2 red cars. Christopher and Bowles. That's the battle for the 5th spot. Avery is there. Pitcat is there. Keith Rocco and Ryan Priest.
At the front of the field, it looks like Jarvis is going to try to Crone's way underneath Eric Burnt. This is for the lead. He is down low. They fireball their way off the corner. Do we have a new leader? It is Eric Burnt holding on by his toenails to grab the top spot.
Burnt is still there. Jervis still keeps trying. Further back, still side-by-side racing for 5th. Christopher and Bowles. Then it's Pitcat and Priest. Foursome, make it a 6-some. Throw a little Dan Avery into the mix, and Keith Rocco.
And don't forget about Woody Pitcat, as he is even with Bowles, changing lanes. Ryan Priest, he was able to make that move without a hitch.
Oh, trouble now. Hitting at a ton between turns 1 and 2. We believe that Frank Rocco car number 91. And literally, we saw it dart out of line and do a 3.
It's Sean Foster. You know, when he got back-to-back podium finishes about 7 weeks ago, we thought that he was going to be on his way. He said he had a car good enough to win every time out, but it really hasn't materialized, so it's kind of been frustrating for he and his dad, Scott Foster Sr. We'll see if they have corrected those cars' deficiencies tonight. Morgillo is back out on the racetrack.
That car was very strong in qualifying for John Foster tonight. He is long overdue for a victory here at Stafford. Let's see what's going to happen off turn number 4. Staring him down again. Tim Bennett gives him the green. And it is Burnt in command. Jarvis, a whole different strategy here. But look out, here comes the 57, marching to the front, Chase Dowling. No fluke that he tasted victory at the start of 2014.
Woody Pitcat behind him in car number 50. Battle for the lead. Jarvis on the outside. maybe getting a helping hand. Eric Burt from the present chilling. They are dead even. They are body pierced together as they go into turn 3.
Side-by-side racing. Look at Ryan Preece from the 6th spot to the 4th spot. Deuces wild on the outside lane as Keith Rocco, after a victory before, trouble now. Down the front straightaway, the 00 Membrino, Todd Owen, the 81 car, and the 44 of Dave Sazzarillo. Sazzarillo's car, right front suspension, Membrino, right front suspension, and the color Perling and Preece, Pitcat and Rocco. And then it's Sean Foster. Now Sean Foster lost 4 positions since the last restart.
So he will be restarting in 7th. And it's a tough break for Dave Sazzarillo, one of the more respected competitors in the paddock. Was a great crew chief back in the day for Reggie Ruggiero. So Dave Sazzarillo will have to be a spectator for the rest of this one. We are going to have a frantic restart between Burt and Jarvis. Jarvis, a pretty good jump. He's getting a pretty good push from Ryan Preece.
He certainly is. As they head off the 2nd turn, out lane looks racy. Look at Preece, big steam, big power. Goes to the outside of Jarvis. Off the turn. Back to the line, Jarvis, your leader.
And Jarvis knows that Preece is coming after him, and there he is. And Ryan Preece, one of the best at running on the outside. So here comes Preece Lightning. He is starting to turn it loose as they vapor trail their way into the 4th turn.
Well, all that's been happening. Rocco moves along behind Preece, and guess what? Glenn Reen, we haven't talked about him much in 2014. He's coming up on the outside lane as well. He's now among the top 6 cars. Leader change up front. Deuce and Preece in command. Who's the tail that wags a dog now? It is Kid Rock, Keith Rocco.
So Preece has a lead all over him like lava on a volcano. Keith Rocco. Rocco, those 2 guys have had some memorable battles this year. Get ready for another one as Rocco goes down. Bottom shot. Here comes Keith Rocco to take over the lead.
He forces Preece up the track just a bit, enough to give him the advantage. Keith Rocco in command. Preece has to settle back in for 2nd. Short-lived crossover move to the bottom and the inside. Ryan Preece. Here comes Burt. Here comes Jarvis. Dowling. Rocco slows the field just a bit, is back to the line. Rocco still your leader.
Eric Burt running a strong 3rd, being chased by Michael Jarvis. Chase Dowling has been consistent for the first 11 laps, running in 5th. Now he starts to make a move against Jarvis. That is a fight for 4th, but it looks like Jarvis might be able to hold him off.
3 wide action. Rowan Pennock in the middle. Little further back in the field. Williams is there as well. Rocco still leads him. Burt can hook to the back bumper of Preece, but not enough giddy up to get alongside.
And here comes Woody Pitcat. He has some momentum as he looked to flash dance his way underneath Chase Dowling. Have enough energy. Top 3 is slightly pulled away from the rest of the field. Let's see when Preece goes to work on Rocco. Right now is the right time. Here he comes as he tries to blur his way underneath Kid Rock. And Ryan Preece is back in front. Burt trying to take 2nd away.
Preece gave the same type of a deal back to Keith Rocco as Rocco did to Preece when he took the lead. Preece is now your brand new leader, further back at the bottom of the top 7. Keep your eyes on Rowan Pennock, Woody Pitcat. The cream is starting to rise to the top.
Woody Pitcat and Chase Dowling have been very consistent so far for the first 15 laps. You can add Rowan Pennock's name to that. Glenn Reed didn't know he was going to race. Here comes Rocco back in front.
Rocco pulls it off. Burt still is a watcher, not a player as yet. Back and crossing over. Preece will try it to the bottom. Back into the lead by a nose. Trouble now. Glenn Reed goes around. Front pack of cars.
So he is at Reed Acres outside of turn number 2. So Glenn Reed, will he bring out the yellow? He is not moving, and now the yellow comes out on lap number 17. As Glenn Reed, he didn't know he was going to race tonight, tweeted. Let's go to Sullivan for this Flamingo Motorsports Report.
Jack Christopher back on pit roads. The word on his car, loose, loose, loose. They're making adjustments on just about every corner of this car to try and get the speed back into it.
Those are 3 words. Loose, loose, loose. And Ted has usually been able to drive a loose race car. We'll see if he can do it tonight. The spotlight is on this restart. Keith Rocco, Ryan Preece, 2 drivers battling for the Whelen All-America Series Championship this year. Preece with the upper hand.
Down to the bottom of turn 1. Rocco is there. Preece is on the outside. The 2 cars that have gained the most spots, the movers and shakers. Rocco from 11th to the lead. Preece from 12th to 2nd.
Speaking of moving and shaking, look at Woody Pitkat getting into 4th place underneath Jervis. Here's another battle for the lead. Rocco holding his own, leading by a teardrop, by a snowflake over Ryan Preece. They go into turn number 4, side by side.
As they come back to the line, Rocco has it by half a car. Here comes Burnt. He'll go to the inside of Preece. They almost touch. Woody Pitkat is there. And now side-by-side racing a little further back. Let's talk about Williams. Started 23rd. Ronnie Williams in the 3rd starting spot is up to 5th, Matt. That car is moving.
He was kicked around in last week's feature. This shows you what that car is capable of when it's healthy. We're capable of a barn burner battle for 2nd. Eric Burt on the inside knows that Ryan Preece loves to run the outside groove, and it's Preece taking 2nd away from the 66.
But it's short-lived because Burt just doesn't give up without a fight. They are side by side for 2nd. Here comes Ronnie Williams to move to the outside of Pitkat. Throw a little Chase Dowling into the mix. 6 cars contending. The point of the arrow is still Keith Rocco, the leader.
We pit us safely underway, but now he's getting a challenge from Chase Dowling. Ronnie Williams is there. Rowan Pennick is moving in. Joey Cipriano, we haven't talked about him yet, but he is in 8th place.
Good move for him. Almost right further back. Here comes Williams, who's starting to slip a little further back. Preece now is moving back in striking distance with Kid Rock. Trouble down the back straightaway, Matt.
It is Dowling. Dowling out of shape, and he is clobbered by Avery.
They hit at a ton. Bowles is involved in that one as well. There are 4 cars that collided just to the left of the Hoosier board.
And it was Avery and Pennick getting together, and the entrance of turn number 3, kicking Dowling to the outside near the wall, and it looked like he was going to get underway very cheaply, but Dan Avery had nowhere to go, and he pulverized at number 57 of Dowling, triggering a 4-car melee.
Certainly has, as the Bulls machine is in the middle of that mix over there as well. The red number 76 car. Heartbreaking is that situation. 22 of 40, just 2 laps past the halfway marker in the event. We'll set the field for you in just a moment. Get ready. It's time to do it all over again.
So this is going to be a dazzling restart between Rocco and Ryan Preece. Ben, this is very critical. Let's see what Preece can do on the outside.
This could be the moneymaker off turn number 4. Green is out. Preece gets a little more giddy up off the line, but Rocco is... They almost come together. Look at Woody Pitkat on the outside of Keith Rocco.
A high voltage move by Woody Pitkat trying to get around Keith Rocco. This is very interesting. They fireball their way into the turn. Dead even for 2nd and 3rd between Rocco and Pitkat.
Woody Pitkat said at the start of the season, it'll just take me some time, but once I'm there, this car is winning material. Here comes Rowan Pennick. 5-car bid for the top spot.
And Pennick looks like he has leverage underneath Eric Byrne. He gets into 4th. He's not content with that. He gets 3rd over Preece. And now he's going after Keith Rocco. Ryan Pennick goes from 5th to 3rd on the backstretch.
He does it with aggression. as all of a sudden Woody Pitkat goes from third to the bottom of the top 5. But Pitkat's not done yet. 15 circuits to go. Look at Cipriano, Williams, and Sean Foster, Matt. That's the battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Cipriano trying to claw his way underneath Sean Foster. Ted Christopher back in the mainstream, trying to thunder his way underneath Glenn Reed. Ryan Preece looking for win number 6, but he has to worry about car number 88 in order to pull that up.
And that he does. Back to the stripe. Preece is still there. 27. Things are getting heated up. It is still Preece. Rocco back up on the wheel. Close, but not close enough, Matt. Back to the stripe. Still Preece is your leader.
And Rocco looking for an opening down low. This is almost a repeat of last week with Preece, Rocco, and Rowan Pennick in the top 3. Looks like Rocco has some room. Here he comes. Swoosh! He is back in the lead.
It is Rocco with the sleight of a hand, takes over the number 1 spot. Here comes Rowan Pennick. Will he be the spoiler? Preece tap to the bumper. No love there. Here comes Pennick, Burnt, and Pitkat. Nose to tail.
Leading the next group of cars is Ronnie Williams, followed by Cipriano. But things are getting heated again at the front. It looked like Preece was going to make a move coming off the corner. Here he goes into turn number 3, the money area of the track for Ryan Preece. And he is going to blast his way back into the lead. Pennick trying to get into second.
Pennick made the move. Pennick is dancing. But still out for third. The car was evil as it was 3/4 of the way down the front straightaway. Here comes Rocco. Pennick isn't done next. Preece is still the leader. Back off turn 4. 32 will click off as they head to turn 1.
Rocco trying to roller coaster his way around Ryan Preece on the outside. Preece has too much bite coming off the corner. Rocco in a battle with Rowan Pennick for second. And Pennick is able to get the nose of his car ahead of Rocco as they come off the corner.
Rowan Pennick is up to second. Literally glued to the back bumper of Preece. Rocco is hung out to dry in the outside lane. Here comes Woody Pitkat. Rowan Pennick, bonsai move to the bottom of turn 3. Up the hill, going. Will it be gone as they come to the line?
It is still Preece. They boogie into turn number 1. Momentum. Rowan Pennick has the adrenaline. They are almost dead even. Leading by a cornflake is Ryan Preece. Here comes Pennick flying into turn number 4. Pennick is in front.
It is Rowan Pennick, the brand new leader. Who's the tail that wags the dog now? It is Ryan Preece in second. Side by side racing for third. Pitkat and Rocco, and then it's Eric Burnt to round out the top 5.
And Ronnie Williams, Cipriano, and Foster behind him. Pitkat to work as he tries to torpedo his way underneath Keith Rocco. He is having a difficult time completing the move.
They are still evenly matched. Trouble now. Williams, Cipriano, and Foster gets pinched in the outside lane. Did Foster have enough to get by without making contact?
During the past 6 weeks of the season, we are going to double up the field, which means a restart is around the corner. And this is going to be a good one.
If you think...
who will help? Sometimes the guys in the second row can give a little push and help the guys in front of them get into the lead. Well, you have Woody Pitkat and Keith Rocco beat Rowan Pennick and Ryan Preece. Do you think the guys in the front row are going to get any help?
I have a hard time believing that, Matt, but it's a good way of looking at it because you have to remember Woody Pitkat used to drive for the 99 team. He also drove for the 2 team. He won a title. That doesn't sound like a love affair. Let's see what's going to happen because it's all being put to the test.
Well, it is Rowan Pennick getting the advantage as he is going to rabble-rouse his way back in front. Preece has an answer as they blast their way into turn 3.
Well, all that's been happening. Row number 2 is Pitkat and Keith Rocco. Back to the stripe, Rowan Pennick with just enough speed to hold out at the line.
And he needs all the speed he can get because Ryan Preece navigating around the 99 car. Now he clears Ryan Preece. Preece is vulnerable to Keith Rocco. They come together. A little slapping action, and able to survive that was Ryan Preece, as a little slap to the back bumper of the 2-car.
Well, that's been happening. Look a little further back, and you will see that Cipriano, Christopher, all coming with Williams emerging back up front. 39 as they come off turn number 4. White flag is out. If you think this is over with, you are wrong.
Let's see if Preece can get close enough. Last lap scare. He is moving in on the 99 of Rowan Pennock. Pennock holding him off as they go into turn 3.
Down the back straightaway. Final time. Rowan Pennock looks for 3 victories in 2014. Pennock has done it. Preece is in for 2nd. Keith Rocco will finish in 3rd. Woody Pitcat for 4th. Just want to out one thing here. If you're a big fan of racing, tonight the Sprint Cup cars were racing, but at the half mile here in Stafford, the racing was more intense and better than any Sprint Cup event ever to be held. And the SK Modifieds can proudly put that on their resume. And adding to the resume, it is Rowan Pennock with car number 99 in Napa Victory Lane here at Stafford. Connor Sullivan is down there with Kelly Lamisa as we are about to meet our winner.
What a month it's been for Rowan Pennock. It all started with the victory in the SK5, followed it up a week later, and now tonight back in Victory Lane. You stormed your way to the front, and then you picked off probably the 2 most dominant cars. Tell us about your night.
Yeah, we kept getting in bad lanes at the beginning of the race there, and midway through the race, finally things started to go our way, and we were able to get up to the front and race for the win with Keith and Ryan, and the guys did an awesome job. Jimmy Fuller, Bob and Kelly, Fatback and Paul Bryan, awesome job. I got to thank CD Race Cars, Mike Pettit Racing Engines, Sunoco Race Fuels, 811, and Diab for agency stuff. Can't be more proud of this 99 team.
Well, definitely a night to be proud of for the 3rd time this season. Your winner in the SK Modifieds, Rowan Pennock. As we'll bring in 2nd place finisher, another hard-fought podium out there for Ryan Preece. You had a heck of a battle out there, first with Keith Rocco, but then Rowan Pennock storming to the front.
Yeah, it was a good race. You know, I can't thank Napa of Canton, Sullivan and Sons, Earl Pelletier Concrete, Sunoco Race Fuels, Hoosier Race Tire, JG Pool and Drywall for this awesome Pettit Power, and you know, we're making little bites at it. We're getting there. You know, we're real consistent. We won a lot of races, and we're finishing consistently. So I'm happy with that. We extended our point, and I'm looking forward to the next few weeks.
A very happy, well, mostly happy Ryan Preece coming home in 2nd place. A great points effort tonight, and what a race we had out there. As we'll bring in our 3rd place finisher, Keith Rocco. You were up for quite a bit of the night. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, we had a real good car, and we were out front most of the race. You know, they wanted to yell at me about the restarts and say I was going too early. Well, I went where they went, and I got run over on the restart and lost the lead. So they really got to do something about that start box. It's terrible.
Who would you like to thank for your podium run tonight?
I got to thank Vinny Beadle, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, John Emanuel Rufano, Pettit for the horsepower, Magnus Transmissions, Aladdin Awnings, and just our whole team. They're awesome.
Well, he's really come a long way in the last month or so as well. 3rd place tonight for Keith Rocco, and that's a story down here from Napa Victory Lane in the SK Modifieds. Limited late models coming up. Let's go back to the tower.